Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well this morning. Give me 1 second. How are you? How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Good morning, Goy. Give me 1 second. I know it's stuck. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's much better. Good morning, Goy. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? I'm very well. Good. I'm glad to hear it. You guys had a class with Phil yesterday, right? How was it? Did you enjoy it? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning to those of you who are listening on YouTube. Good morning to those of you who are listening on Facebook. Goy says, I didn't join that class because I was working. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm also sorry yesterday that we couldn't have a class in the evening. Maybe, as some of you guys know, we were on a trip and the traffic was a little bad, so we didn't get back to Bangkok in time to have the evening class. Good morning, Primrose. Good morning. How are you today? I hope you are well. I hope you are well. Okay. Let me ask you, what is the most interesting thing you did at the weekend? What is the most interesting thing you did at the weekend? Did you call your family maybe? Did you go for a walk? Did you meet up with your friends? Did you, I don't know, go to a cafe and read a book? Or maybe you were very busy with your work and your family and maybe you just were busy with that. Good morning, Easy Shopping Mall. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you are also well. I hope you're well. Okay. Let me share my screen with everybody and we will get started for the day. One second. I think for some of you yesterday, we also talked about Halloween. Okay, Kazu says, good morning, everyone. I come to say hello and I'm going to work now. Good morning. Good morning. I hope your work is good. Easy Shopping Mall, one of my favorite usernames, says hello. I saw Pitok in the video clip already and she said she was tired. Yes, I can understand. To be honest, I'm also tired, but we had an excellent trip. We had a really, really lovely trip. Wireni says, good morning. I learned mindfulness art last Sunday. Oh yes, Wireni, I remember you telling me what mindfulness art is. Thank you very much. Okay. 1 second. Oh. Okay, everyone, can you see this? Can you see this? I hope so, right? I hope so. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, PMSec. Good morning. Goy says, last weekend I slept all day because I was sick. I'm sorry to hear that you were sick. I remember in our class, right? On Friday, yeah. Goy, I think maybe we can say this weekend. I think maybe we can say this weekend. Actually, in English, this can both mean in the future and in the past, right? So for example, I can say, I'm going to a concert this weekend. Is this the future or the past? This is the future, right? Good morning, teacher. Good morning. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you too. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. So this, when we use it with the time, it could be in the future. It could also be in the past, right? I could say, I'm going to a concert this weekend. It's in the future. I could say also, for example, I didn't do anything this weekend. Here, it's in the past. So I think for many people, this weekend means the closest weekend to me now. Yeah, the closest weekend to me now. So because it's just Tuesday, I think I would say this weekend. For me, last weekend is the weekend before. So last weekend. Okay. Everyone, today, as we're getting started, I'm going to ask you guys a warm-up question. My question is, what does a perfect weekend mean for you? What does a perfect weekend mean for you? And what would you do on a perfect weekend? I will give you guys 3 minutes to answer these questions. Please write them down. What does a perfect weekend mean for you? And what would you do on a perfect weekend? Thank you for asking. Yeah. Yeah, this is very strange in English because it can mean both the future and the past. What does a perfect weekend mean for you? Oh, thank you, Goy. Thank you, Goy. I am on Zoom and nobody is joining Zoom. Right, if somebody joins Zoom, I can see them. But at the moment, there is nobody trying to join Zoom. So this person can follow the link in the email and join Zoom that way if they want. But at the moment, there is nobody in the Zoom class. There is only me. So if you join the Zoom, then perhaps I can't speak to you very much, right? Because today everybody is just on the live stream. There is nobody really in Zoom. And at the moment, no one's trying to join. That's very kind of PMSec. He says, get well soon. Okay, everybody tell me, what does a perfect weekend mean for you? And what would you do on a perfect weekend? Nina says, get well soon. Thank you, Nina. I mean, I'm not saying thank you for me. I'm saying thank you for Goy, right? Narumon says, good morning, nice to see you. Thank you, Wirini. Wirini has already given us an answer. Wirini says, in my opinion, a perfect weekend means a weekend where everyone in the family gathers to have a barbecue party and enjoy a good time. Oh, that does sound like a good weekend, but it sounds very tiring. One second. Yeah, Goy says, not sure if admin sent the link in the email. I'll chase that up. 1 second. Okay. A perfect weekend. Wirini, let me ask you, why do you have a capital P? Why is there a capital P here? We don't need one, right? We don't need one. It's not a personal name. It's not a proper noun. We can just say a perfect weekend, yeah? So in my opinion, a perfect weekend. Okay, no worries. Today we can, don't have noticed it in email. Okay. No worries. Today you guys can listen on StreamYard, okay? Because, okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Nina, did you have a good time? Wirini says, is it a proper name? No, it's not a proper name. So a proper noun, let's recap. A proper noun is, for example, the name of a river, the name of a place, the name of a person, yeah? And for time, we use capital letters for the names of the months. So we say January, yeah, we say February, but not the names of the seasons. So we say summer, we say winter, right? We don't write summer and winter with a capital letter. So here we can just say a perfect weekend, yeah? A perfect weekend like this. So for example, if this is a proper name, right? So you would write it like this, with 2 capital letters. Why? Because both words are the name. For example, my name, I will write like this, with a capital M and a capital M, because they're both in my name. Okay. Nina says, yes, I had a good time yesterday. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm very glad to hear it. Okay. So today, oh, thank you. And Danny says, good morning. Okay, so everyone, today we are not going to do the very difficult thing we did on Friday, okay? Maybe on Thursday and Friday, for everyone who is in the reading and writing class, we will do that. But today is a slightly lower level class, an intermediate level class. So I hope it will be a little bit easier for everyone. Okay, so today we are going to talk about smog. We are going to continue our theme of the environment, right? First, we talked about cruise ships, then we talked about ocean garbage, And now we're going to talk about smog. We also talked about renewable energies. Renewable energies. So the level of this class is B1. So it's not easy and it's not difficult. It's somewhere in the middle. Okay. So my first question that I would like everyone to answer is, what is smog? Everyone, you can type this in the comments. What is smog? If you don't know, you can say, teacher, I don't know. Teacher, I don't know. I have no idea. What is smog? Goy says, I have no idea. Thank you for telling me. Okay, does anyone know? Does anybody know? Goy only knows smoke. Smog is related to smoke. Good. Wirani knows. Smog is smoke and fog put together like this, yeah? Smoke, fog, smog. Good. Smog is smoke and fog. So let me show you a picture. Oh, not here. So let's have a look at some smog in London. Like this, right? So you can see in this picture that the air quality is not good, right? You can't see clearly. There is clearly something in the air. It's a little bit of smoke, it's a little bit of fog. We call this smog. And in the past, the UK had a lot of smog. We had so much smog in the past. But to be honest, now it's getting better and better. Some days it's very bad, but now it's getting better and better. Why? Because we have some rules that mean that the types of fuels we use are cleaner. But we still sometimes have days like this when it's very, very bad. Good morning, Duke. Good morning. Okay, my second question to you guys is, how is the air quality in your town or city? How is the air quality in your town or city? Is it good? Is it bad? Is the air clean? Is the air dirty? Goy says, is it PM2.5? Yeah, PM2.5 is one of the pollutants, right? It's one of the particles that causes pollution. But smog is everything all at once. That's okay, do as much as you can, yeah? If you have to work, I totally understand, you have a job. That's okay. So my question for you guys, how is the air quality in your town or city? Goy says, bad air quality for me, I think. You live in Bangkok, right, Goy? You also live in Bangkok. So I noticed that some people in Bangkok wear masks when they are going to and fro. Do you like to wear a mask if you are going on a scooter, for example? What do you guys think? What does everyone else think? How is the air quality in your town or city? Good. Danny says, it's not quite good. Sometimes there is smog and PM2.5. Yeah. Wireni says, the air quality is bad. There is a construction site near my place. Okay, then the air quality will be even worse, right? If you have to breathe in all of the air with construction. I was going on a walk the other day and I found something interesting. A walk near a canal. And in this canal, the people who were building the canal, they were taking all of the building materials and putting them back into the water of the canal. And this is the first time I had ever seen anything like this. So I was a little bit shocked, to be honest, because it made the canal water very black and very dirty. Goy says, based on the Bangkok AQI, which is the air quality index, right? Air quality index. It's unhealthy for sensitive groups, right? So everybody, sensitive groups, maybe it means if you are old, if you are a child, or if you have some problems with your lungs, right? Maybe if you have some asthma, something like this. Easy Shopping Mall says, if I breathe the same air as you, I am happy. Well. We are breathing the same air. We are in the same city. PM Sec says the air quality in Hat Yai is okay. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Nina says, the air is very clear because my home is near Benchakiti Park. Very nice. Okay, Duk says, you may be more shocked if you found out that there are people that throw away their old mattress in the canal. Why? Why can't you take it to the rubbish dump? In the UK, we also have some problems like this. Not everywhere, but in some places, people will also throw things like this in the river. Welcome to Thailand. Yeah. Okay. Napasa says, I'm in Kalasin City. The weather is so good right now. A little windy, with a nice breeze with good air quality. That sounds lovely. That sounds really, really nice. I hope you can go outside and enjoy it. Primrose says, Nonthaburi's air quality is quite bad, not different from Bangkok. Okay. Okay, everyone, thank you. Let's talk about the next question. So what types of human activity cause air pollution? What types of human activity cause air pollution? Danny says, around Bangkok, in some places maybe in Bangkok there are places under construction that are building the SkyTrain. There is a lot of dust. Yes. This is part of the problem, right? If you want to have a greener city, a city that uses more renewable energies and transportation and public transportation, you need to build. But if you build things, it causes pollution. Goy says transportation. Yes. Good. Will we say private transportation or public transportation or both? What do you think the bigger problem is? Is it private transportation, public transportation, or both? Yeah, Danny, let me just correct your sentence quickly, okay? So we can say something like, There are many places around Bangkok where they are constructing the SkyTrain. There is a lot of dust. Yeah, there is a lot of dust. We can say it like this. Good. Goy also says industrial factories. Yes, exactly. Big factories that produce things. They produce a lot of smoke. Private transportation. Actually, for me, it's both. Yeah, right, it's both. Guys, now that Goy has written this, I want to talk to you briefly about for me. Because I think every Thai person says this, but no native speaker is going to say it. Okay, we don't say it like this in English. I noticed that many Thai people, they say for me, and it means in my opinion or I think. Yeah, in my opinion or I think. But in English, for me means you are doing something. You are doing something for me, right? So I could say, hey, I got this present for you. For you. But I wouldn't say, let's see if I can find some other examples of what you guys have said. Maybe not today. Yeah, Goy, I'm curious because everybody says for me, but in English we would not say that. So perhaps you can say something like I think that, or in my opinion, or maybe it seems to me, or something like this. Wildfire causes pollution. Yes, wildfires cause a lot of pollution, Have you ever seen the movie Ghost Ship? No, I haven't, Easy Shopping Mall. Can you tell me what it's about? Okay. May I ask what down cycle and up cycle means? It's a good question. It's a good question. To be honest, I'm not very familiar with these words myself. So let's have a look at what the dictionary says, okay? Let's have a look at what the dictionary says. Okay, so there seem to be many different definitions. So one definition here is a business definition, right? It's a part of the year when there are not profits, when your profits are going down. And for example, the rate of a stock will decrease or something gets less popular, less successful, less available. So that is one meaning. Another meaning here, it says, that downcycling means when things are recycled, they are made into something which actually is not very good quality. So let's say, for example, I recycle a t-shirt, or I recycle a plastic bottle. And this plastic bottle is made into something else, which also uses plastic. But this second thing, the quality of it is very bad. So we can call this downcycling because the quality goes down. And here, for example, it says, some experts argue that all recycling is downcycling at its core. So what does this mean? It means that actually every time you recycle something, Maybe the first time it's okay. Maybe the second time it's okay. But you can't keep recycling forever. You can't keep recycling things forever. So we have some different things, right? Glass, paper, aluminium. Okay, let me make this bigger. This is too small. So glass, paper, and aluminium are all highly recyclable. They can be broken down and reused with almost no changes in durability. That means how long something lasts, or usability. That means how well you can use it. So some materials, it says here glass, paper, aluminium, you can recycle them many times. But with plastics, it's actually different. Yeah, with plastics, there is clear evidence that plastics degrade. Degrade is the opposite of upgrade. Degrade means to get worse, right? There is clear evidence that plastics degrade with each time they get recycled. So that is downcycling. That is downcycling. Upcycling, I do know in one meaning, but let's check it in the dictionary. Upcycling is the opposite, right? So it means you recycle something, and actually the end product is better than the first product. But where I know this term is a little bit different. Usually in English, when we talk about upcycling, what we mean is when you have one object and then you yourself turn it into something new and interesting. So this could mean that you take some rubbish and you turn it into a piece of art, for example. So let's look at some pictures. That's where I know the word upcycling from. This, for example. So what do we have here? We have some welly boots, some Wellington boots. You will wear these to go in the rain, right? Or to stand in puddles, to stand on wet ground. Now, maybe this child, they have grown out of their welly boots. Their feet are now too big. So what do? They have hung them on the fence and they have made them into plant pots. So this is an example of upcycling. So I guess then it has two meanings, right? It has the meaning in the everyday context. Yeah, like this. It has a meaning in the everyday context. So you can take a football that is broken, for example, and you can plant some succulents in it. Let's look at some other examples. What do we have here? So these are tin cans, right? These are tin cans. So maybe you can buy some soup or something, you can buy them in these cans. What have we made here? Well, here you can put a candle in it. I think it's a very nice idea. And here you can hang it maybe above a child's bed. Now for upcycling t-shirts, what can we do? Maybe we could make a rug. Maybe we could make a rug. Maybe we could make a pillowcase. Maybe we could make a laundry bag. A laundry bag. Nina says, yeah, how creative. Yeah, how creative. Like reuse. Yeah, it's like reuse. It's like reuse. But upcycle generally means you change it because it's broken. For example, reuse could just be you use a plastic bottle many times. Yeah, you use it to drink water many times, not once, many times. Upcycling means you change it and you make it into something creative. So look, for example, here is a book. I really love this idea. Yeah, here there is a book. What have they done? They've cut out the pages and they've planted some plants in it. I think it's a wonderful idea. Okay. So Let's see. Napasa, to get back to our questions, Napasa says, I think construction and burning of the field for agriculture are one of the causes of air pollution. Yes, absolutely. They absolutely are. Thank you very much. You are welcome. I find this topic very interesting. Are you guys creative people? Can you upcycle? Okay. Question number 4. Do you like to wear a mask if the air quality is dangerous? Or would you wear a mask if the air quality is dangerous in your town or city? Danny says, I changed my old skirt into a bag, so that is upcycling. Yes, exactly, Danny. This is a great example of upcycling. You take something old and you transform it with creativity into something new. Goy says, I would wear a mask if the air quality was bad. Yeah. Me too, me too. In the UK, not many people wear masks, right? I think maybe you know this. But personally, if I go on the London Underground, so if I go on the metro in the UK, I prefer to wear a mask because there is a lot of air pollution. What about everybody else? Would you wear a mask if the air quality was dangerous? Would you wear a mask if the air quality was dangerous? We always wear a mask during PM25 season. Everybody, when is this season? It sounds like a season like winter or summer, spring. When is this season, Napasa? What time of year? PM6 says, sometimes I wear a mask and sometimes I don't. Yeah, I think it's the same for everyone. Okay. Let's finish here and let's go on to our vocabulary for the day. Oh, or not. I think we're directly going to read and listen to this article. So you should be able to hear the sound for this, but let me know if you can't. Okay, so this article is talking about 6 lifestyle changes to help reduce smog.
6 lifestyle changes to help reduce smog.
Can you hear it?
Number 1, carpool. Take public transit or walk. Vehicle emissions contribute greatly to air pollution. You can do your part to reduce vehicle emissions by choosing to walk, cycle, carpool, or take public transportation to work or school. This is especially important on days when smog levels are high. Number 2, stop idling. Idling is when you leave your car on but don't drive. Letting your car warm up in the driveway or leaving your car on while you wait in a parking lot are both examples of idling.
Danny, do you mean there is no sound or you don't want any sound? If you don't want sound, you cannot listen, right? Okay, I can hear it, but very low. Okay. Let me think. I've turned it up as much as I can on both computers. Let me try and share my screen again, and maybe that will help. Tell me if it's better now.
Smog. 6 lifestyle changes to help reduce smog.
Sorry, Goy, I don't know what Saramonic means. It's the same. Okay, then you guys can just read it by yourself. Yeah, there's no problem. You guys are capable of reading it by yourself. It's a low volume. Okay, I'll think about how to do this for the future. Thank you, guys. Okay, in that case then, I will just show you each one for maybe 30 seconds, then I will scroll down. Okay, let's look at number 2. Goy says, it's the microphone, the orange one on your shirt. I don't think so, Goy, because there is no sound coming from either computer. On one computer, I have it on mute, and on the other computer, I'm wearing headphones. So there is no sound coming anywhere near this microphone. Okay, it's all right. Let's just read it. Okay, let's look at the next one. And let's look at number 4. Number 5. And finally, number 6. Okay, so to recap for everybody, the 6 ways to reduce smog are: number 1, carpool, take public transport or walk. Number 2, stop idling. Number 3, use non-toxic household cleaners. Number 4, prevent pesticide poisoning. Number 5, buy less and buy local. And number 6, buy energy efficient appliances. So everybody, there will be many new words here, I'm sure. But first, let's do the exercises. Let's do the comprehension questions, and then we will go back and check the new words. Okay, so we have a true or false game. So everyone just tell me T or F, true or false. Okay, number 1, carpooling helps reduce vehicle emissions. True or false? True or false? Remember, emissions, I think we learnt this word last time. Emissions are gases and other bad things that are given out by the car. So for example, when you drive, it comes out of the pipe at the back, right? That's vehicle emissions. And carpooling is when you all drive together. So for example, if 2 families are going to the same place, they go in 1 car instead of 2 cars. So this can help reduce vehicle emissions, definitely. PMSEC, this is choosing whether it's true or false. So is this sentence correct or incorrect according to the text? Yeah, everybody, this is true, right? Of course, carpooling helps reduce vehicle emissions. Okay, number 2. When consumers buy locally, they help prevent air pollution. True or false? When consumers buy locally, they help prevent air pollution. Prevent means stop. And consumers are people who buy things. Yeah, this one is true. Of course it's true. Do you guys buy locally? I hope that you do. Okay. Energy efficient appliances usually cost a bit more to run. So what is an appliance? An appliance is a machine, for example, a hairdryer, a washing machine, a clothes dryer, the dishwasher. These are all appliances. Wirini has a question. May I ask, help to prevent or help prevent? Actually, both are okay. Both are okay. We can't say this. We can say help prevent air pollution. Pollution. They cost a bit more, so they are a little bit more expensive to run. Here, to run means to use. We say to run a machine. That actually means to use a machine. It doesn't mean to run like this. So yeah, of course, this is true. No, false. Sorry, that's what you get for not paying attention. Yeah, this one is false. They are more expensive when you buy them. So let's look at the text again. Yeah, they are more expensive when you buy them. Newer cars are better for the environment, as are newer appliances. Look for an appliance that has a good energy rating. So I don't know about Thailand, but in the UK, when you buy like a washing machine, for example, you can see the energy rating. You can look at it and you can see on the washing machine, it will tell you, is it very good, good, okay, or is it very bad? Yeah. So you can choose when you buy a washing machine which one you want. And it's more expensive when you buy it at the start, but actually in the long run, it's cheaper. Yeah. A model, this means a type, right? A model that uses lower energy may cost a bit more money, but it is probably cheaper to run. Okay, next question. Vinegar and baking soda. So these are two ingredients that were mentioned in the text, right? Vinegar and baking soda contain harmful VOCs. VOCs, as our lovely admin has said, are volatile organic compounds. What are these? These are bad things that when they combine with something in the air, they will cause smog. They will cause pollution. So is it true that vinegar and baking soda contain these? True or false? Goy says false, PM says true, PM then starts to laugh. No, this one is false, right? They don't contain any harmful VOCs. Maybe normal cleaning products will contain this, but these are just natural. They don't contain this. Okay. Question 5 out of 5, then we will have a break. Leaving one's car in the driveway to warm up in the winter is a form of idling. True or false? True or false? The text told us what idling is, right? T, everyone is saying T. Yes, true. This is a form of idling. So let's scroll down again and look at paragraph number 2. Stop idling. It gives us the definition here, right? Idling is when you leave your car on, but you don't drive. Letting your car warm up in your driveway or leaving your car on while you wait are both examples of idling. Okay. All right, everybody. I will show you guys the text here, and then I'll zoom out so you can see the whole thing. And then let's take a 10-minute break, okay? So let's come back at 10:36. See you then. Hello, hello. Okay, everyone, I am back. Welcome back. Doug says, I feel so sleepy this morning. Me too. Maybe you can tell. I went to bed quite early, but I still feel very sleepy. Oh well. I will wake up eventually, I'm sure. Nanomon. Oh, next Thursday I might have class in Bangkok. Can I also meet you and give you some souvenirs from the Philippines, perhaps in the foundation? Yes, come on over. If you're free, come on over. That would be lovely. Yeah. I hope you're having a nice trip in the Philippines. Okay, so let's recap quickly. To improve the air quality of the environment, what can we do? What can we do? I'm going to go here and I'm going to ask you guys, what can we do? What can we do to improve the air quality and reduce smog? What can we do to improve air quality and reduce smog? Let's see how many things you guys remember. How many do you remember? Type in the comments. What can we do to improve air quality and reduce smog? Well, I'll get you guys started. We can stop idling. We can stop idling. Oh, for me, this one is very easy because I don't have a car. So I'm already doing my part for the environment. I don't have a car. What else can we do, everyone? What else can we do to improve air quality and reduce smog? Let's see what you remember. Nope, nothing. What can we do? What can we do? They mentioned 6 things, right? 6 things. Let's see if you can remember anything else. 1, stop idling. 2, what? Good. Well done, Primrose. So we can carpool, right? This means going in the same car as somebody else who is trying to go to a destination. We can carpool. We can take public transport. So everyone, you guys can notice that I'm using verbs, right? Stop, carpool, take public transport. Yeah, good, Wirani. We can carpool. We can walk. We can stop burning wildfires. Yes. So I'm going to put this in another bit of the paragraph because this is not in the text, right? This is our own idea. So we can put our ideas, stop burning or stop. You don't burn a wildfire. You burn a house. You burn a tree. So you can say stop setting wildfires maybe, or stop burning fields. Stop idling. Good. Napasa says less using VOC products. Yeah. We can say use VOC products less, right? Because we're starting with the verb. We can stop idling. Yeah, we can walk. We can use VOC products less. We can, good Primrose, we can buy less and we can buy locally. We can buy less and we can buy locally. What else? You're very welcome. Fields, right? Many fields, not only one field. Okay. What else? There are two more that we didn't talk about. Number 4, prevent pesticide poisoning. This is a bit confusing. So what are pesticides? Pesticides, actually, we talked about this a little bit before. So what is a pest? You guys remember what a pest is? We talked about this with the organic farmer. So a pest is something that eats your food. Maybe a small insect, maybe an animal that you don't like. It eats your food. What is a pesticide? A pesticide is a chemical that you can spray. You can spray this chemical and it will kill the insects. And what can it help you do? It can help you grow more crops. However, these pesticides, so this is the name of this chemical, right? A pesticide. These pesticides, they go into the water. What does this mean? It means that residents, so people that live there, maybe they drink water that has this horrible chemical in it. So it's very bad for you. So let's write that here. We can say, we can avoid using pesticides. Avoid plus ing. Yeah, avoid using, avoid doing, avoid eating, avoid going. Yes, we can use non-toxic cleaners. Good. Use non-toxic cleaners. And then we have one more. What is the last one? Yeah, we can put our vocabulary down here. Pesticides, so a chemical that kills pests in fields, farms, etc. can be poisonous for humans and animals. So if you guys ever hear "icide," it means killing. So pesticide means killing pests. Yeah, what else? We have patricide. That means killing your father, right? Maybe if you read some very dramatic story about a prince and a king, maybe the prince kills his father to get power. Yeah, this is patricide. So if you ever hear "icide," it means killing. You guys know the word suicide. Sui means yourself. So this is another example. Okay, pesticide is killing pests. Exactly. Napasa says homicide. Exactly. So it's like Homo sapiens, right? It means human. So homicide is killing another human. Yeah, killing another human. So we have lots of words with this "icide." Genocide, that means killing a whole people or killing a whole population. Suicide, very good, yeah. Suicide, genocide, good. So if you hear this "icide," it means killing. So pesticide. Okay, what else? There is one which you guys haven't mentioned. Danny says, all farms should go back to using non-toxic fertilizer. I absolutely agree with you, Danny. I 100% agree with you. It would be much better for the land. It would be much better for our food. So Goy is making a joke. Goy says apple cider. Yeah, apple side. Apple side. Okay. All right. The last one that nobody mentioned, number 6, buy energy efficient appliances. So for example, new cars or an electric car, something like this. Okay, let's have a look at the vocabulary review. Okay. Okay, let me make it a little bit bigger again. Ooh, good question. Napasa says, can we invent a word ourselves like ego side? Yes, we can invent a word ourselves, and many people do. Yeah. If you say to me ego side, I know what that means. That means killing your ego. The difficulty is that with these words, often, if you can see this bit here, sui, geno, or like patricide is your father, right? Infanticide is killing children, like fratricide is killing your brother. So we have all of these words in English. Don't ask me why. We had a difficult history, maybe. But you will notice that we don't say like brother side, right? We don't say father side. We say patricide, suicide. What does this mean? It means the first part of the word should be Latin or Greek. So egocide, egocide is okay because ego is a Latin word. It's the Latin word for I. It's the Latin word for I. So when you talk about your ego, you're talking about I. The problem with brother side, however, is that it doesn't work. So you can invent words, but maybe it will be a little bit difficult. For many native speakers, it's also very difficult. Okay, let's have a look at our questions. So for this task, please choose which word or phrase does not belong. Which word or phrase does not belong of these 4 here? Idle, risk, danger, or hazard? Idle, risk, danger, or hazard? Everybody, you are right. Goy says idle. Danny says idle. Idle, idle. Yeah, good. Just check your spelling, Danny. Check your spelling. Good. Idle. Okay. Which word or phrase does not belong? Hazardous, green, environmentally friendly, and energy efficient. Hazardous. Yeah, hazardous, right. Hazardous means potentially dangerous. It means it could cause danger. For example, if you are walking along a pavement, but there is no, how could I say? You are walking here and the cars are coming right here very quickly. That is a hazardous situation. It's a situation which maybe is not dangerous, but it's potentially dangerous. Maybe it will be dangerous. Good. Thank you for the explanation. So idle in English, usually idle means not busy. Yeah, you're not busy. You have nothing to do. And it can be an adjective and it can also be a verb, to idle. So it means not busy, free, relaxed. Oh, Goy is going for brunch. No worries. I hope you enjoy your brunch, Goy. That sounds very delicious. I hope you have a nice time. Thank you for coming and joining us in class today. So idle means not free, busy, relaxed, and it's a positive word, right? A word like lazy actually means the same thing, but lazy is a negative word. Idle is a positive word. You could say, when she wasn't studying, she spent her days idling around, walking through the city, looking at the clouds, and chatting to strangers, right? She doesn't have anything to do. She's idling. Yeah, so you can have I guess you can have an idle day. You mean like the opposite of, well, similar to a lazy day, but positive. Yeah. You can have an idle day. Let's look at some example sentences with idle. So for example, when they, oh, that's a bit small. Let me make it bigger. When they reached his house, Scobie idled a bit, finishing his cigarette. That means he kind of didn't do anything. He just walked around. Maybe he looked outside. Maybe he, I don't know, picked something up, put something down, right? Okay. We spent many hours idling in one of the cafes that line 3 sides of the tiny piazza. Piazza means a square. Piazza is an Italian word. So in countries in Southern Europe, many people will idle. That means they will just relax, sit outside, have a cup of coffee. He idled around afterwards, window shopping until about 5 p.m. So he didn't buy anything, he just looked. Now, however, you guys can see idle in the way that we used it in the text. So this means that it's not running, but the engine is still on. So beyond a stand of trees, a small plane idled, so the engine is on. Her limo waits with its engine idling. The engine is on. Let the engine idle for a few minutes after coming to a stop, then shut it down and let it cool. Okay. All right, let's continue. Okay. Which word or phrase does not belong? Yay! Okay. Hello, Kazoo. Which word or phrase does not belong? Do nothing, heat, idle, or wait? This one you now know because I basically just told you the answer. Yeah, heat. Heat is the odd one out. Heat is the odd one out. Okay. Now, which one does not belong? Produce, purchase, buy, or acquire. Produce, purchase, buy, or acquire. I'm just going to get my water bottle. Everybody, please just wait 1 second. Tell me which one does not belong. Okay, let's see what you guys say. Narimon says, I think everyone should have an idle day once a week. I absolutely agree. I think maybe even more than once a week. Napasa says, we're all waiting for an idle day to do nothing. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Reduce, 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 reduce. Yes, well done. So buy, purchase, and acquire, they all mean to buy something. But if you say purchase and buy, everybody, what is the difference? What is the difference? Purchase versus buy. What's the difference? Well, it's just that purchase is more formal. Yeah, buy we just use every day. Purchase is more formal. What about acquire? Acquire means get. Acquire, maybe you didn't buy it, but you got it in some way. So maybe someone gave it to you. Yeah, maybe someone gave it to you. Or maybe you found it. You acquired it. Okay. Which word or phrase does not belong? Poison, air, hazardous chemical, and toxin. Poison, air, hazardous chemical, and toxin. Naramon asks, can I say I acquire a book from a friend? Do you mean every day, Naramon? Be careful. I acquired, maybe you could say I acquired a book from a friend. Yeah, but to be honest, acquire also sounds quite formal. So you might say, let's look at some example sentences. Acquire, example sentences. Okay, let me zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, so he yesterday revealed that he acquired a 2.98% stake in the company. This means he has bought a stake in the company. So he owns a little bit of the company, right? This is kind of a business context. So you'll notice that we use acquire like this because it's more formal. Or I recently acquired some wood from a holly tree. So this doesn't tell us, did I buy the wood? No, you can't buy a tree, right? You can't buy a tree in the woods. It's just in the woods. But you acquired the wood from the tree. She was sitting in her newly acquired wheelchair. So she recently got this wheelchair, but this doesn't tell us if she bought it or if somebody gave it to her. You can also acquire a taste for something. That means you learn to like something. So to acquire a taste for spicy food is to learn to like spicy food. Or he has acquired a reputation as this country's best violinist. That means he has got a reputation. Yeah, he's got a reputation. Yeah, I acquired some candies yesterday. Danny, this sentence is a little bit funny because it sounds like you stole them, but you don't want to tell people that you stole them. So it's quite funny to use it like this, because usually we use it for more formal things. Now, Parsa says, I've seen a disease called community-acquired pneumonia. Exactly. So acquire in this sentence means get. So you get the disease from the community. You get the disease from everybody in the community. Exactly. Good example. Okay, let's go back to our question. Which one does not belong? Yeah, air does not belong. Air does not belong. Very good. Submit. 5 out of 5. Okay, let's look at the next exercise. This one maybe is a bit more challenging. What should we do? We should choose the correct word or expression from the word list to complete the sentences. And here's the important part. You may need to change the word forms. So, our word list, okay, is carpool, idle, hazardous, emissions, energy efficient, pesticides. Okay, so the first question, breathing in toxic chemicals is to your health. What word do you think fits here? Good job, everyone. Yes, clap, clap, clap. Clap, 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 clap. Okay, Naramon says hazardous. Napasa says hazardous. Good. Does anyone have any other ideas? Does anyone have any other ideas? Hazardously, Danny says. Hazardously is an adverb, so we would use it with a noun. A noun, a verb. We would say he drives hazardously. He goes hazardously. And you are right, is a verb, yeah? Be is a verb, but we don't use adverbs usually with be, right? We don't say I am happily. We say I am happy. I am happy. Yeah, it's hazardous. So let's type it here. Hazardous to your health. Okay. Vehicles contribute greatly to air pollution. Vehicle contribute greatly to air pollution. Vehicle carpool. Everybody, make sure that you look at two things. First of all, the sentence. What is the meaning of the sentence? Secondly, look at the grammar. Look at the grammar. So carpool is not correct. Why? Because contributes, that means adds to. Yeah, so air pollution. That means carpooling makes air pollution worse. But we know that's not true. We know carpooling actually makes air pollution better. We know that it's good for the environment. So it's not carpool. Idle, vehicle idle, vehicle idling, that would be correct. If you change the verb, it would be correct. However, it cannot be correct in this circumstance. Why? Because look very closely. It's contribute. There is no S. If I said vehicle idling, I could say, hang on, let me write. If I said vehicle idling, I would have to say contributes, right? Because it's singular. Vehicle idling contributes to air pollution. But it's not contributes, it's just contribute. So we need to find a plural noun, okay? So everybody please try and find a plural noun. There are 2 plural nouns in the word list. So whenever you guys are doing these kind of questions, you can think what makes sense because of the text and what makes sense because of the grammar. So you guys would be correct, but you wrote it wrong. You spelt it wrong. Emissions. Good, correct. Vehicle emissions. Yeah, and then think about the meaning. Pesticides is also plural noun, but it's not correct because you don't have pesticides coming from a car, right? We use a pesticide in a farm. So vehicle emissions. Let's add this to our vocab list for today. Oh, yeah, okay. Emissions. Emissions. So we can say CO2 emissions, you can say vehicle emissions, factory emissions. Oh. Sorry, everyone. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let me try again. Let me share my screen. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Emissions. And the verb here is to emit. So we can say, for example, private vehicles. So what does that mean? That means cars, motorbikes, etc. Emit a lot of fossil fuels, or maybe emit a lot of pollution. They emit a lot of pollution. Sorry, everybody. I think I'm sharing the wrong thing. One more time. Here we go. Okay, let's look at the next one. Don't turn off your car while you wait for your daughter. What is this? Yeah, good example, Danny. The factories emit a lot of smog. Exactly, they emit a lot of smog. Don't turn your car off while you wait for your daughter. Danny has answered. Oh, good morning, Pim Dao. Good morning. Don't idle. Yes, exactly. Don't idle. Turn your car off while you wait for your daughter. Okay. We're looking for an washing machine. We're looking for an washing machine. Yeah, this one is quite easy. Why? Because we have an, A-N. That means that we know the next word must begin with a vowel. And you guys are all right, yeah. It's energy efficient. Energy efficient. This means that it uses energy well. It uses energy well. It's energy efficient. So this means it doesn't take much energy to do something, yeah, to do its job. So you can use a little energy and it goes a long way. All right, next one. Instead of using, okay, now we just have 2 left. I want you guys to now see, can you remember what the words are without looking? Let's see. So instead of using what on the lawn, I will pull out the weeds by hand. Pesticide, pesticides, pesticide. Yeah, Pim Dao, you're right. Let's write it with an S, right? Pesticides. On the lawn, I will pull out the weeds by hand, right? With my hand, by hand. Okay, and again, for this last one, I'm not going to show you the word list. I want you guys to see, can I remember? I have my own car, but I'd rather take the bus or at least with some co-workers. Yeah, this one is easy. Good, well done, Pim Dao. Well done, Napasa. Carpool. This is kind of an American word. I think in the UK, we just say, grab a lift, get a lift. Very nice. Submit. Yeah, correct. The famous TV show Carpool Karaoke. Yes, exactly. There is this TV show, right? Carpool Karaoke. Carpool Karaoke. Well done, PM Sec. PM Sec is right too. Yeah, carpool. Well done. Yeah. Okay, what are we going to do now? Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the reading. And I want you guys to ask me, please tell me, are there any words that you don't know? I will read it one more time. Please tell me, are there any words that you don't know? 6 lifestyle changes to help reduce smog. 1. Carpool, take public transit or walk. Vehicle emissions contribute greatly to air pollution. You can do your part to reduce vehicle emissions by choosing to walk, cycle, carpool, or take public transportation to work or school. This is especially important on hot days when smog levels are high. Are there any words that you don't know or you have a question about here? What about this one? What does this word mean? Can you guys tell me what this word means? No? Nobody? This word means transportation. It's the same. So whenever you see hang on, yeah, this is the right one. Transit means the same as transportation, but it's a little more formal. Yeah, so whenever you see trans, it means across. So for example, the Trans-Alpine Railway. This means a train that goes across the Alps, right? Trans, it goes across. Transportation. Port means to carry. Transport means to carry something across. So transit means to go across. Yeah, it's the same. Often we say public transit. Or if you order a package, you can say the package is in transit. That means the parcel is coming to you now, right? It's on its way, it's coming. Okay, let's have a look. Are there any other words that you don't know here? If not, I will move on. Stop idling. Idling is when you leave your car on but don't drive. Letting your car warm up in your driveway or leaving your car on while you wait in a parking lot are both examples of idling. It takes more fuel to idle for 10 seconds than to restart your car. Idling is illegal in some regions because it's an environmental hazard. Are there any new words here? If not, I will move on. Use non-toxic household cleaners. Many store-bought household cleaners contain volatile organic compounds. These toxins easily evaporate into the air. When VOCs combine with sunlight and nitrogen oxides, e.g. from vehicle emissions, this creates smog. You can make your own cleaner with baking soda, vinegar, and lemon. What is evaporation? Evaporate. Evaporate means when water becomes liquid. Is idling illegal in the UK? You know, Napasa, I don't actually know. Let's Google it. Let's find out. Is idling illegal in the UK? So it is technically, it says here, it's technically illegal. It's technically illegal. But it seems that it's very difficult to ask anyone to pay any money, right? To charge anyone or to actually get in trouble. So it's technically illegal, but I think some people still do it. No more new words? Okay. Number 4, prevent pesticide poisoning. VOCs are also present in pesticides. In some farming communities, pesticide poisoning is a major concern for residents. You can avoid pesticide use on your lawn, and you can also ask your local government to enforce pesticide restrictions in your area. Any new words here? Or any words that you're not sure about? No? What about enforce? You can also ask your local government to enforce pesticide restrictions in your area. What does this mean? To enforce a law means to make sure that this law is followed. So to enforce a law, that would mean actually to punish somebody if they break the law. It would also mean to make the law stronger or stricter. Okay, number 5, buy less and buy local. Consumerism is a major contributor to air pollution. Factories pollute the air with fuel and gas. Planes and trucks that bring the goods to your region also cause air pollution. The less you buy, the better the air quality will be around the world. Whenever possible, buy locally produced foods and goods. Anything here? What are goods? Goods does not mean good. Yeah, it does not mean the opposite of bad. What are goods? Goods are anything that you can buy. So let's put this in the document as well. Goods, enforce, evaporate. Goods are anything that you can buy. Yeah, anything that you can buy. Okay, finally, buy energy efficient appliances. Newer cars are better for the environment, as are newer appliances. Look for an appliance that has a good energy rating. A model that uses lower energy may cost a bit more money, but it's probably cheaper to run. So we talked earlier about to run as a machine. This means to use this machine or to turn the machine on. So I could say the computer was running in the background. This doesn't mean that my computer was like running, right? It means that the computer was on. It means that the computer was on. Or I could say, I need to try and run this new program on my computer. So we often use run like this. Or the air conditioning has been running all day. It means we have been using it. The machine has been on all day. Okay, everyone, let's take a 10-minute break and let's come back. After the break, I'm going to ask you guys to do some writing. So I'm going to show you the question now. And if you like, you can start now, but you don't have to. You can also start after the break. So question 1, write a list using this topic. 5 ways to reduce indoor air pollution. Okay, I will leave this with you guys and let's come back at 11:35. Hello. Okay, we're back. Okay, PM Sec says that he has to leave. No, of course, I completely understand. Go and eat your lunch. I don't want you to miss your lunch. I don't want you to miss your lunch. Yeah, I will see you in a little while. Okay, everybody, we have some very nice examples. Let's see. Everybody, however, maybe you have thought of 1 or 2 ways. Let's see if we can think of 5. Okay, so B says, plant the tree in room. We can say plant a tree in every room. Will we say plant a tree? Because you're not putting the tree in the soil, right? Because it's a room, it's not a farm. But maybe you can, we can say grow a tree. So you guys know houseplants are extremely good for you. Houseplants are extremely good for you. Look, even here, if I search for houseplants, I can see an article called 5 Health Benefits of Houseplants, or The Secret to Houseplants. Tips for bringing your houseplants inside for the winter. Do you guys have houseplants? Do you guys have houseplants? Okay. Pimdal says open windows. Yes, that's true, right? If there's anything bad inside, then you can open the windows and it will help the air to circulate. That means for the air to go around like this. So let's say open the windows and help the air circulate. Okay. What else? Danny has a great idea. We can use solar cells to produce indoor light. Yeah, very nice. I think it's a great idea. My father actually has just got some solar panels to put on his building, and he is very, very happy about it. He is very excited. Pimdal says, stop smoking in the building. Yes, exactly. We can say avoid smoking indoors. Avoid smoking indoors. I want to talk to you guys briefly about a word that I hear many Thai people using wrong, using incorrectly, and that is outside. Many Thai people say, I can't help you right now, I'm outside. And that means they are out, they are busy, they are doing something, they are in the city, like this, right? But in English, we don't say that. Outside in English means right outside your house. So if you say I'm outside, to me, it sounds like you are in front of my house, right? So the first time someone said I'm outside, I felt very shocked, because in English, outside means you are right in front of my house, yeah? Because it's the opposite of inside. So, or outside, we use it in general. Good morning, Chantra. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so, or we wouldn't say something like, I don't know any people outside. That doesn't make sense in English, because outside means in front of my house. So maybe if there is a party and some people are standing inside and some people are standing outside, then we could use it. But it doesn't mean how you use it in Thai. So everybody, please be careful with this word. Okay, what else can we do? Grow a tree in every room, open the windows and help the air circulate. Use solar cells to produce indoor light. Avoid smoking indoors. And what else? Danny says, plant large and small trees around the building. Yeah, it's a great idea. Actually, I am very impressed. There are so many trees in Thailand. I think it's wonderful. And then recycle. Yes, of course, recycling is important. Oh, Napasa has written a very long text. Let's have a look. Napasa says, going the same direction, let's have a carpool transit to reduce vehicle emissions, which contribute a great air pollution. If we can use a public transportation or an electricity vehicle, it would also be a good option. Yeah, very good. Thank you very much, Napasa, for writing. If you don't mind, I'm going to correct some of your writing, okay? So you can say, if we are going the same direction, yeah, if we are going the same direction, let's transit, we usually just say public transit. We don't say carpool transit. So you can say, let's carpool as a verb. Yeah, let's carpool to reduce vehicle emissions. Very good. Yeah, this part is very nice. Then we can say which contribute to air pollution greatly. Contribute to. Always contribute to. Or we could say contribute greatly to air pollution. That is also okay. Then let's continue. If we can use public transportation. Good. So here, transportation and transit, they are both uncountable nouns. Right? That means that we can't say one transportation, two transportations. We just say transportation. So if we can use public transportation or an electric vehicle. Electric is the adjective. So we say electric cars, electric bikes, electric doors, electric blah, 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 blah. It's the adjective. Electricity is the noun. So we could say electricity is expensive these days. Or there's a problem with my electricity. Yeah, this is the noun. It would also be a good option. Okay, very nice. I don't mind. I'm happy to learn. That makes me very happy to hear. I am happy to hear that. Okay. Thanks for explanation clearly. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, everybody, now let's do some writing practice. So it says that this is going to be a discussion, but because you guys are online, let's do some writing practice. So my first question, don't worry, we will not do all of these. We will just do some. So question 1, 20 years from now, this means 20 years in the future. 20 years in the future, do you think smog will be a bigger or smaller problem than it is now? What do you guys think? Will smog be a bigger problem or a smaller problem than it is now? Will it be a bigger problem or a smaller problem? And why? I will give you guys 3 minutes to write this answer, okay? 20 years from now, do you think smog will be a bigger problem or a smaller problem than it is now? And why? Oh. Everybody, you have 3 minutes to write. 20 years from now, do you think smog will be a bigger or a smaller problem than it is now? Okay, some people have answered. I will give everybody 1 minute. Please finish. 3 students have answered. Thank you to those 3 students. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. So Easy Shopping Mall says, dust will be a big problem in the future. Yes, I agree. If the world is getting hotter and the deserts, there are more and more deserts, I think dust is definitely going to be a big problem. Very nice. Thank you for commenting. Danny, thank you for commenting. Danny says, yes, I do think the smog problem is going to be bigger than now. Okay. Because more people, more cars, more factories will be increased. Those cause more the smoggy as well. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're right. The more people, the more cars. We can write it like that. 1 second. We can write it like this. The more people, the more cars, and the more factories. Actually, Danny, I don't think you need to say will be increased. Or you could say the more people there are, the more the number of cars and factories. Or you could just say the more the cars and factories. Yeah, the more people there are, the more the cars and factories. You guys know this, right? So the more, the better. The stronger, the better. That means the stronger thing is better. So the more people there are, the more the cars and factories have to, the more the cars and factories, the more the cars and factories there are. We could also say those cause smog as well. Or there will be an increase in smog. There will be an increase in smog. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's look at what B has said. B has said, I think 20 years ago? 20 years ago means in the past, right? So 20 years in the future. So I think here we go. I think it will be a big problem in 20 years. Everybody, you might know in 20 years means 20 years in the future. In 20 years means 20 years in the future. I think it will be a big problem in 20 years if we still cannot solve the problem, but it will be a small problem in the future if there is a way to solve it. But it will be a small problem in the future if there is a way to solve it. This is a very funny answer, right? You are saying, if it's a problem, it will be a problem. If it's not a problem, it will not be a problem. I think that's quite a funny answer. Oh, Napasa, thank you. Napasa says, I hope smog can be a smaller issue from now. Yeah, very nice. I also hope. Let's have a look at Napasa's writing. So we can say, I hope smog can be a smaller issue in 20 years. Remember, in 20 years means 20 years in the future. So I hope smog can be a smaller issue in 20 years. As it means we will have, this is a difficult tense, right? Future perfect. We will have. So by the time it is 20 years in the future, we will already have successfully reduced ED. Yeah, check your verbs. Reduced the air pollution, not only in our country, but also the whole earth. So let's make a wish. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Good. Easy Shopping Mall says we use too many resources. Yes, that is definitely true. Primrose Levy says, I think smog will be a bigger problem because in the future there will be more material prosperity. The environment is getting worse and smog is increasing. This is a very interesting comment. There will be more material prosperity. What does material mean? It means physical. It means something you can buy. And prosperity means wealth or richness. Yeah, being rich. So material prosperity means people will have more stuff, basically, right? They will have more things. It doesn't mean, I feel very spiritually rich. Every day I'm meditating. No. Material prosperity means the things we own, the things we can touch. We will be richer in this way. We will be richer in this way. Yeah, that's a very nice word, Primrose, well done. I think smog will be a bigger problem because in the future, there will be more material prosperity. Why am I typing this out? Primrose, this is a perfect answer. Actually, I have nothing to correct here. Yeah, the environment is getting worse and smog is increasing. Yeah, perfect answer. Very nice. Okay, my next question, and again, I will give you maybe this time 2 minutes to answer. 2 minutes. Question 2. Are electric cars the way of the future? Are they the way of the future? This means, are we going to use only electric cars in the future? What do you guys think? Again, I will give you 2 minutes. Are electric cars the way of the future, and why? Okay, one person has answered. Thank you, Narimon. Thank you. Narimon has said, electric cars can save energy for our next generation. Yes, I think that's a very good point. We can just say save energy, waste energy, because energy is a very general word like love or music or water. It's an uncountable noun. We don't say a energy, two energies, right? So we can just say save energy. Okay, thank you. Danny has also answered. I will wait 1 minute, Danny, then I will have a look at what you've said. Let's give some other people a chance to write. Okay, B has answered. Thank you, B. Okay, let's look at what Danny says. Danny says, yes, they are, but if there is convenient public transport, that is a good choice to reduce the emissions. Yes, right. I think everybody is going to live in a city more and more. So everybody is moving to the city, right? And in the city, we can build, Danny, we can say convenient public transport. If there is convenient public transport, that is a good choice to reduce emissions. Why convenient? Convenient is the adjective. So convenient, so we could say, for example, this phone is very convenient. Or you could say smartphones are very convenient because you can use them to do everything. Smartphones are very convenient because you can use them to do everything. Okay, B has answered. B says, yes, I think electric cars can help to solve pollution. Yes, solve, I think, yeah, I think you mean solve. Okay, good. Nina, thank you, Nina. Nina says, yes, they are. Electric cars. Okay, guys, remember when we talk about general things, we always use S. So electric cars are the way of the future. They can prevent air pollution. Yes, very good. They can prevent air pollution. Very nice. Thank you, Napasa. Napasa has also commented. Napasa says, in my opinion, electric cars will be one of the best choices to reduce using fossil fuels, which are toxicity to our world. Very good. Napasa, I especially like the fact that you started with, in my opinion. It's very nice. We can say, electric cars will be one of the best choices to reduce fossil fuels, which are toxic to our world. Again, this is the same thing. Toxicity is the noun. Toxic is the adjective. So you could say, for example, these chemicals are toxic both to animals and humans. Or I could say, this computer is actually made of a harmful, toxic material. Very nice. Okay, thank you. Primrose has also commented. Thank you, Primrose. Primrose says, yes, I think so. Because electric cars use energy instead of a combustion engine. It helps reduce air pollution. Yes, very good. Good. So a combustion engine is the normal type of engine that we have in a car, a bus, anything like this. Yeah, a combustion engine uses maybe gas or petrol. And gas and petrol are both, do you guys remember this word? Non-renewable energy. This means it will run out. So for example, gas, oil, yeah, this is non-renewable energy. Good. It's always confused to use convenience or convenient. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, convenient is the adjective. Convenience is the noun. So let me give you one more example of convenience. We could say, in our modern society, one of the most important things is convenience, right? So now, because we have the internet, we have our smartphones, we're not willing to wait a very long time for something. We want everything to be convenient. So we want convenience. We want convenience. Very nice. Okay. Let me ask you guys one more question. But first, I'm going to show you two pictures, okay? So the first picture is an American suburb. Maybe you guys know this type of place. Yeah, in America, all of the houses, not all of the houses, but many of the houses look like this. What do you guys think about this type of house? So here we have houses, we have some trees. Here we have some rubbish. Here we have the road. And you can see that all of these houses, they have something in common. What do they have in common? A town, Narimon says a townhome, a townhouse. Yeah, it's a townhouse. What do they have in common? Well, outside every single house, there is the same garden. Can you see? It's just perfect. It's just perfectly green. It's perfectly flat. Right? You can see here from above, all the houses look the same. There is the same garden in the front. Let's compare it to let's compare it to this kind of a house. This kind of house. So this is a house in the UK. And can you guys tell me what is different about this house compared to the American house? What's different? You can type in the comments. So what's different about this kind of house? This kind of house here. This kind of house here. Oh, Naramon has asked an interesting question. In America, do they have chimneys? You know, I never thought about that. But maybe if it's a modern house, they will not have any chimneys, right? Because the chimney is for the fireplace. But now, most people, we don't make a fire in the house, right? So we don't need to use the chimney. So that's a very good point. I didn't think about that. So what is the difference between this kind of house? Yeah, Naramon says, oh, they have heaters. They have heaters. Yes, they do. They do. And we also have heaters in the UK, right? We also have heaters when in the UK. It's just that for these old types of houses, for this old type of house, we are always going to also have a chimney because previously we used to have a fire. Nampa says it's more green in the UK. It's like putting the house in a forest. Yeah. Everybody, please don't misunderstand. In the US, there is a lot of green. And in the UK, there are a lot of very ugly houses. Not every house looks like this. but I'm just giving you guys an example of two opposite sides. So one side, you have a lawn in a suburb. What is a lawn? This is a lawn, right? This is a lawn. A lawn is a completely flat area of grass. So there is grass, but it's completely flat. And actually in America, in some places, they are not allowed to grow many things here. They are not allowed to. They have to just keep it like this. This is a lawn. The other one is really a garden. So my question for you, are people too concerned, so too worried about how lawns and gardens look? So what is this question really asking? It's really asking, is it better to have a tidy garden or a messy garden with lots of plants? So a tidy garden with only grass or a messy garden with lots of plants? What do you guys think? I will give you 3 minutes to type. Is it better to have a tidy garden with only grass or a messy garden with lots of plants? What do you think? What do you guys think? Narimon gives a very interesting point. Some people are concerned that snakes may live in bushes. Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. You are going to have some wildlife in your garden. What is wildlife? Wildlife is wild animals or wild birds. Wild animals, wild birds, we can say wildlife. So to be honest, if I lived in an area that had snakes, I would also be worried about that. So Narimon, you think that maybe a tidy garden is better for some people. I can understand that. I can understand that. Who else? What do you guys think? I think the lawn is wider than the garden. The lawn can be wider than a garden. It depends. There are some very big gardens, right? PM Sec, welcome back. PM Sec says, I'm back, but this class is almost finished. Yes, it's almost finished. PM Sec, the question we are answering now is it better to have a tidy garden with only grass or a messy garden with lots of plants? No. Personally, I think that it's very important to have a messy garden. But if you talk to me about problems like snakes, I can understand why you guys might be, a bit wary. For me, if I ever have a garden, I would love to have a wildlife garden, a wildlife garden. This means a garden that maybe is a little bit wild, but a lot of animals and birds can go there and it can be their home. So let's look up an example. Like this, right? Something like this. I think it would be beautiful to have a garden like this. All right. Question number 5. In cold weather, many people warm up their cars before they drive away. This is unnecessary for today's modern cars. So, should idling be illegal? Should idling be illegal? Everybody, please answer. Oh, Napasa has answered. Napasa says, I would love to have a messy garden with lots of plants. Full stop. It's better than a lawn with only grass. The more nature, the better. Yeah, nice. We can say it like this. We can say, the more nature, the better. The messier, the better. The greener, the better. And let's put a full stop in here. We can say, I would love to have a messy garden with lots of plants. Full stop, full stop. Yeah. It's better than a lawn with only grass. Full stop. The more nature, the better. And then we need a capital letter. Why? Well, because it's the meaning, can I speak? It's the beginning of a sentence. Yeah, like this, with a capital H. The more nature, the better. Haha, very nice. So, do you think idling should be illegal? I personally think idling should be illegal, but I think it might be a little bit difficult to enforce. It might be difficult to enforce. It might be difficult to make people follow this rule. PM Sex says, I like foreign countries because their countries have to take care of their own relatives' fields to be beautiful. Yes, in the UK, I don't know about Thailand. Is gardening a popular hobby in Thailand? In the UK, gardening is a very popular hobby. Even some young people like gardening. I have a friend, he is only 24, but he has a green thumb. In English, we say he has a green thumb. That means he's good at gardening. He likes gardening. He likes growing plants. He has a green thumb. Napasa says, thank you for the full stop. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Do you guys think idling should be illegal? Thank you, Danny. Danny has given a great answer and also a reason. So Danny says, in my idea, yes, it should. The car should be turned off immediately after finishing driving. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Danny. I totally agree with you. Okay, Danny, again, I'm going to correct your sentence. In my idea, Everybody, do you remember a sentence has to have a subject and a verb? Danny, where is your verb in this sentence? Where is your verb? There is no word. There is no verb, right? So we should not have a full stop. So you could say in my idea, or maybe I think that. In my idea, I think that. I think that it should, or I think that, yes, it should. The car should be turned off immediately after finished driving. After finishing driving. Yeah, very good. After finishing driving. Now, Ramon, no, there are two meanings of the word idle. So to idle also means to run your car when you are not moving. To run your car when you are not moving. So for example, if it's very cold, first you turn on your car and you don't drive away, right? You just let the car be on, and this causes a lot of problems for global warming. Oh, we have got a super sticker. Thank you so much, Kazu. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. All right, everybody. Oh, someone says, I'm sick, admitted to hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that you get better soon, and I hope that they treat you well in the hospital. I have my fingers crossed for you, right? This means good luck, good luck. I hope everything will be okay. Okay, everyone, let's review what we've done today. Let's review what we've done today. So we learned quite a few things today. First of all, we talked about this weekend. So in English, this can be in the future and in the past. Does idle mean not move? Again, there are two meanings to the word idle. First is just to be lazy, to do nothing. The second meaning is in your car. Yes, and if you are idle, your car is not moving. Your car is just here, but the engine is on. It's not moving, but the engine is on. Exactly. So idling in this context means you just leave the car started without driving anywhere, right? So you have turned the engine on, but you don't drive anywhere. And it's very bad for the environment, as we have seen today. Okay, so we talked about this weekend means in the future and in the past, potentially. It's the same, I could say, oh, this year I went to Spain on holiday. What does this mean? It means maybe I went in July and it is now October. So it means it's the same year, right? I can't say last year. I can't say last year. So here it could be the future. I'm going to a concert this weekend. It's the future. But I didn't do anything this weekend. It's the past. So this weekend is the closest weekend to me now. Last weekend actually is the weekend before. Okay. We talked about what a proper noun is. Yeah, for example, the name of a river, the name of a place, the name of a person. We talked about for time, we use capital letters for the names of the months. So for example, March, yeah, April, January, February, but not for the names of the seasons. So we say summer, winter, right? We don't say summer like this. We don't say summer. Okay, so for example, this is how you would write this. And this is how you write my name. We talked about how many Thai people say for me, but To be honest, no native speaker, no English speaker will say this. This is kind of incorrect. So instead, you can say something like, in my opinion, or I think that, or it seems for me, or even as for me, you could say, but not for me. Okay, these were our ideas about what we can do to stop air pollution, to stop smog. Smoke and fog together is smog. So we can stop idling. So again, as we said, leaving the car started without driving anywhere. We can carpool. We can take public transport. We can walk. We can use VOC products less. Remember, VOC it contains some harmful chemicals which cause pollution. Yeah. So many cleaning products have VOC. So we can use non-toxic cleaners. We can buy less, we can buy locally, and we can avoid using pesticides and stop burning the fields. Good. So the vocabulary that we learned today, we learned about pesticide. A pesticide is a chemical that kills a pest in a field, a farm. It can be poisonous for humans and animals. We learned that side or icide means killing. Oh, Duck is going to eat lunch. Duck, enjoy your lunch. I think maybe in 2 or 3 minutes, we will also eat lunch. So homicide, killing humans, genocide, suicide, patricide, infanticide, fratricide. You guys don't need to learn these. These are not important words. And we talked about if you want to invent a new word, you have to pay attention to how these other words are made. And oh, this is a Latin word. So if you want to invent a new word, for side, the first part should be Latin. So actually, this is a little bit tricky. We talked about the 2 meanings of the word idle. So the first meaning, to not be busy, to be free, to be relaxed. And again, it's a positive word. It's not a negative word. The negative maybe is lazy. And the second meaning is to leave your car running, but you don't drive anywhere. We talked about the difference between purchase versus buy. So purchase is more formal. We also talked about acquire and get. Yeah. So acquire means you get it in some way. Maybe you bought it, maybe you stole it, maybe you found it, maybe you took it. Emissions, CO2 emissions, vehicle emissions, and the verb here is to emit. So for example, private vehicles emit a lot of pollution. If something is energy efficient, it doesn't take much energy to do its job. So you use a little energy and it goes a long way. We talked about transit. It means the same as transport, but it's a little bit more formal. And we talked about trans, meaning across. So if you see this in a word, it means across, to go across, like the Transalpine Railway. We talked about goods, anything you can buy, enforce a law, evaporate, become a liquid, and to run a machine. So to use the machine, to turn the machine on. Finally, we also talked about outside, how in English, outside means in front of the house. Okay. And finally, I asked you guys some questions. All right, let's leave it here for today. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you tomorrow. See you.